Najib Razak has emerged.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad bin HASNAN and I will be presenting about the Premiership of Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak and the three policies introduced by him. So let's start. So I will start with the introduction of Dato Sri Abdul Najib. His name is Muhammad Najib bin Tun Haji Abdul Razak. Is a Malaysian politician who served as the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia from April 2009 to May 2018. He is the son of another former Prime Minister, Abdul Razak Hussein. Okay, he was born in July 23rd, 1953. The previous office is Prime Minister of Malaysia since 2009 until 2018, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia 2004 until 2009. He had his education at University of Nottingham in 1974 and Malvern College from 1968 until 1971. He was married with Tengku Putri Zainah Tengku Eskandar between 1976 until 1987, and then he met Rosmah Mansour, which he married from 1987 until today. So let's talk about the three policies that were introduced by Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, which is the first one is Transformasi Nasional 2050, which is TN50. The second one was Key Performance Indicators, which is KPI, and then the Economic Transformation Program, which is the ETP. So we're moving on to the first one, Transformasi Nasional 2050, TN50. So I will tell you about the background of the policy. So the Transformasi Nasional TN50 policy is a good national initiative meant for the continuation of other policies that is from 2020 until 2050. The policy was announced and launched officially by former 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, in January 2017 during a town hall event situated in University Malaya that was participated by 500 youth leaders. The policy is a long-term plan in the future for 30 years that encompasses instructive, productive and effective efforts, also mechanisms. Dato Sri Najib has commanded former Minister Youth and Sport, YB Khairi Jamaluddin, government agencies, corporate bodies and NGOs together in implementing the TN50. So the main objectives of this policy is in line for any critical issues or affairs that may occur in our country or worldwide coming up in the future. And then it's to ensure a sense of belonging and enhance people or nations' participation in the country, since the policy would adopt a bottom-up approach. Okay, so let's talk about the elements of TN50. Okay, the first element is the moral values. Okay, to tie a strong bond among each other. For example, bonding towards all the races through education at school or universities and any community services. And the second element is the administration. Looking forward into an accountable administration either from any government, agencies or private agencies, and full commitment in terms of profits, environmental impact and social responsibility. The third one is the environment. To have a sustainable environment for a long-term consequence, such as food security, energy security, economic planning, and environmental preservation. The fourth one is the education system. Ministries, schools, public and private university, teachers or educators and students have a clear and vast education plan or standard procedure as their guideline to the right track. And the fifth one is the career, to secure job opportunities for younger generation soon, to discover the mechanization, automation, and robotization. The sixth one is the nation's lifestyle, to live in an equitable condition where everyone has the chance to join and commit to society without any discrimination, or ethnic, gender, age, location, and physical abilities. So the last element of TNPST is the global aspect. To have a global benchmark or winning in every area or different industries, such as being among the top 20 in the Worldwide Economic Forum (WEF) Global Competitiveness Rankings. We move on to the second policies, which is the Key Performance Indicator (KPI). So the background of policy, KPI was first introduced by our former 6th Malaysian Prime Minister, Dato Najib Razak, in April 2009 through the Government Transformation Program. The Government Transformation Program was an effort by Dato Sri Najib to determine the level of performance delivered by the public sectors to rakyat. Dato Sri Najib has provided with 11 types of Key Performance Indicator (KPI). The most common types are the quantitative and qualitative indicators, leading indicators, lagging indicators, input indicators, process indicators, output indicators, practical indicators, directional indicators, actionable indicators, and financial indicators. So Malaysia's public sector were reminded to choose the wise indicators to be used in their organisation to avoid any circumstances. So the main objectives of this policy is KPI is set to be a measurement used to measure an organisation or agency's level of performance. So to detect to what degree an achievement is being achieved, and this is interpreted by the key performance area. Government can make continuous improvement regarding the public service regarding the public service delivery system, and to make sure that they practice good governance. We move on to the third and the last policies, which is the Economic Transformation Program. A little bit of background of this policy. The Economic Transformation Program (ETP), which started on the 25th September 2010, was developed as a segment of Malaysia's National Transformation Program. The ETP project was also established and confines of Performance Management and Delivery Unit (Pemandu) to help ensure the challenges are resolved and solved in a reasonable time frame. ETP was taken directly from 12 national key economic areas and key AS. The purpose of this program is to increase the government wealth and income, as it can help the development and the implementation of this program's success and could be calculated precisely. I will explain about the four initiative of NKAA. The first one is tourism. Tourism to positioning Malaysia as a duty-free shopping destination, to establish an atmosphere that enables retail goods to be sold at affordable rates, to gain visitors and to boost revenue. To maintain the price where Malaysian tourism will proceed to support both advertising and awareness raising effort for retailing of Malaysia. We move on to the second one, which is the education, to improve early childcare and education, and then to provide diploma courses that can improve the expertise of current teachers. And then to provide pre-service instruction and to establish a diploma course that can be delivered on part-time and online basis. We're moving on to the developing of One Malaysia malls. Utilize the expertise of Malaysian malls owners and retailers, whereas creating an incentive for Malaysian brands to travel internationally. To ensure this initiative will remain growing, the EPP will aim to provide competitive platforms for the development of One Malaysia malls, and collaboration with Malaysian development companies who are venturing overseas. The last initiative is the wholesale and retail. Government wants to increase the number of large format stores in Malaysia as well as increasing the national income and economic growth. Market sales in Malaysia has seen to be increased as 6 supermarkets with 11 superstores will build during 2013, where it reaching the annual goal plan. And then to ensure that the scope of supermarkets expand across all places of the nation in order to satisfy demand by the rapidly increasing population. I will end with a conclusion about Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak. Many policies were indeed a good initiative that has been introduced by Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak during his premiership. Most of the policy's objective was achieved and has benefits the citizen. However, most of the mission and vision of Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak was buried and forgotten because the government of Barisan Nasional under his leadership was defeated during the 14th general election in 2018 due to lack of support from the people and also his involvement in crime and corruption. But despite all of that, people still appreciated his efforts and sacrifice in leading Malaysia towards achieving the goals. It is hope for the future leader to be more trustworthy in carrying out their duties and responsibilities as a leader. So there you go. This is the real Najib. This is the real Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak. Malu apa, bosku?
Malu apa, bosku?